Back at a living legend in the sport of tennis. The entire sports world is in mourning today following the death of tennis legend Arthur Ashe. The 49-year-old Ashe died late yesterday afternoon in a New York hospital of pneumonia brought about by the AIDS virus. Ashe was the first black to win both the U.S. Open and Wimbledon. He picked up 33 titles during his long career.
He was out doing things and making his point and taking care of his business till the end. And I guess that sums up everything that he stood for, that no matter what the problem or whatever he had, he always went out and made sure that he got his point across and did his thing.
And here to give us some local reaction to the death of Arthur Ashe is Beaumont's director of tennis, Griffin. Ian, thanks for being with us tonight. The news broke last night in New York. Your first reaction to the news?
Well, I go along with what Connor said. After the virus had been diagnosed, he continued to lead his life. That was his personality. It was the way his mentor, Dr. Johnson, had trained him. He had to be better than the next guy, but that he'd get things done if he kept his mouth shut and did his job. Ashe had said that it was harder to be black than to have AIDS, and I was impressed that after the virus had been diagnosed, he continued to work in his foundation, but also to lead his life.
One last question, Ian. Back in 1984, Jimmy Connors, we just heard a comment from him. He was on the Davis Cup team with Arthur Ashe. They didn't get along very well, did they?
Connors is nicer now that Ashe is dead. Ashe had been chosen as captain that year because he was a nice guy. Connors was playing on one of his few Davis Cup teams and really tried to undermine the captain and didn't get along with the teammates. It was a sad story, especially since Ashe himself loved Davis Cup and repeatedly had said that winning the Davis Cup had meant more to him than winning Wimbledon or the U.S. Open.
All right, Ian, we appreciate you coming by tonight and giving us your input on the death of Arthur Ashe.